Hey guys, today we're going to talk about plants, and I hope you like it by the A&A&A team. Here starts the lesson.
Plant parts. So the first part is the flower, which you can see is over here, where the arrow is pointing. The next one is the stem, which it holds, and the next one is the leaf. After the leaf is the root. Plant jobs. The stem holds up the plants, holds up the branches and leaves, and lets water and nutrients get to the rest of the plant. So the nutrients and water will go through the roots and it will go to the stem. So the stem will let the water and nutrients get to the rest of the plant. So that means like to the flower, to the leaves. The flower, to the leaves and the branches. Flower. The flower makes seeds so the plant can reproduce. So if you can see, there'll be like some, there'll be, there's like different kind of flowers where their seeds are. The first type of flower that the seeds are is, there's like a dandelion, and another type is like the yellow flowers with like pink or purple things inside. So those are also called seeds also. Leaves. So the leaves captures energy from the sun to make food for the plant. So if you can see in this photo, there'll be like little dots. So it can capture the sun's energy. So that if the sun's like shining right over here, for example, the flower is the sun, then the sun is going to be captured by, the sun's energy is going to be captured by the leaves. The roots soak up water and nutrients from the soil. They anchor the plant firmly to the ground. So that means that they like soak up the water and nutrients from the soil, and they like hold the plant, like they have a stiff plant hold firmly to the ground.
The flower. The flower is the part of the plant that produces seeds. Some plants reproduce with flowers. So as you can see, this is a picture of a flower, and these tiny like brown things are like called seeds. Roots. The roots of a plant can be found underground. Roots are the parts of a plant that take in water and nutrients from the soil. Roots also anchor the plants into the ground. Roots that you may be familiar with are carrots, onions, and potatoes. So in the first picture is a carrot. So as you can see, like this pointy place, it's like that's mostly like the root. So in the onion, uh, there's like a tiny squiggles of lines, and those are called like the roots. And for the potato, actually the potatoes like are the roots of it, of the plant.
Okay, so the stem. The stem of the plant are the transport systems of the plant. Inside the stems are tiny tubes that carry water and nutrients throughout the plant. The stem also holds up the plants, like you can see in the picture. Here is the stems. Leaves. The leaves of a plant collect sunlight so that the plant can carry out photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process that the plant uses to make its own energy. In the picture, you can see there's some leaves that shine sunlight. That's why the plants, they need sunlight so they can grow and get energy. Photosynthesis. So in this picture, you can see like this is the atmosphere and the sun is shining on the flower. So chlorophyll absorbs light energy And so the carbon dioxide enters the plant through the stoma. So this is the stoma. The stoma is like the under part of the plant, the under part of the leaf. So then oxygen exits through the stoma and is used by other organisms for cell respiration. So the glucose sugar stored by energy and is consumed by other organisms. So that means that the glucose, basically glucose is a type of sugar, and that sugar is eaten by other animals. And also the water is absorbed by the roots. Photosynthesis. So the energy is going on the flower, oxygen is released, carbon dioxide is went in, and chlorophyll. This is a chlorophyll, and the glucose is formed. The water is absorbed.
So in the flowers in the chlorophyll, it's not absorbing the green light. It's actually reflecting it. So it absorbs the blue and the yellow light from the sun rays. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process that the plant uses to make its own energy. Sunlight is needed for photosynthesis. So as you can see, this is like trees, and then the sun is like giving them like light for them to like grow. Chlorophyll. All plants are made up of many cells. Inside the plant's leaves are cells. Inside the plant cells are little organisms called chloroplasts.
Organelles.
Called chloroplasts. Inside the is the important green material that is called chlorophyll that takes in sunlight.
Carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight. The chlorophyll uses water, a gas called carbon dioxide, and sunlight to make sugar. So this is the sun, and the water and nutrients are in down. The chlorophyll are in the leaves, and the carbon dioxide and water are out. Is gonna give the carbon dioxide and water. So the plant is gonna give water and carbon dioxide. So that's called photosynthesis. And so sugar and oxygen. The sugar made by the chlorophyll is the energy the plant uses to survive. The plant also produces oxygen, which it releases into the air because it does not need it. We breathe in oxygen. So oxygen is really important because that's why the plant is super important, because the plant gives out oxygen and we need it. So without plants, we won't be able to survive. So if someone's like stepping on plants or anything, just go ahead and say, hey, this is not right. Or hey, this is not right. Without plants, we won't be able to survive. Or if you see someone really like, like they like, if someone cuts down trees, then you can say, hey, don't cut out the trees. We need trees to survive. So you can say that. So that is really important.
Yeah, that's a good point, Ananya. Thanks for bringing that up. Okay. Chloroplast. Chloroplast is in only plant cells. It contains chlorophyll, a pigment that reflects green light and makes plant appear to be green. So as you can see in the picture, it's like the leaf is like chlorophyll. It's like made up of chlorophyll and radiant and carbon dioxide and H2O, like hydrogen. Yeah, I think it's hydrogen and glucose, and it's like releasing out oxygen. Chlorophyll uses radiant energy to combine carbon dioxide and water. This process produces both oxygen and glucose, a sugar. A sugar. Glucose provides energy for the plant and energy to animals that eat the plant. Oxygen is produced for living things to live. So as you can see, there's a photo of photosynthesis, and the sun is like shining down for the leaves, and under the leaves, like there is stoma, and there's also like breathing in carbon dioxide, and it's releasing oxygen.
And remember H2O is called water.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So the water, I just want to add up. So water goes inside the roots and it goes into the plant. And remember, in the plant jobs, the water goes into the stem.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing thanks for helping me.
Okay, so here are the parts of the flower. So this is called the petals. You guys probably already know. So this is a pistil. This is the stigma, or no, this is the stigma. Yeah, this is the stigma. This is the pistil, and this is the ovary. And this is the sepal, the stamen. So the stamen is kind of like a seed, if you don't know. So petals is the fragrant part of a flower that attracts insects. So why does it need to attract insects? Why? Because the flower, the bees or any kind of butterfly needs to, get pollen, and it takes the pollen, so then there could be more pollen reproduced. Because if there's lots of pollen, there's full pollen, then you need to have about a little bit of more pollen, right? So that's why. The pollen is the small dust-like particles that help the plant reproduce. So that makes seeds. So the sepal, the small leaves that hold the developing flower. So this is the sepal. See, the sepal, without the sepal, the flower won't be able to be stiff. The pistil is a long tube with stigma on the top. So this is the long tube, and the pistil, it goes down, and this is called the egg. Some people call it the egg. And stigma collects pollen that comes from other flowers. So the stigma makes more the stigma collects pollen from other flowers. So stamen is a part of the flower that produces pollen. So it produces pollen, so it gets out pollen. It makes pollen. So ovary, this is the ovary. So this part is the ovary, and those are where the seeds are made.
Okay, so across pollination, a pollinator picks up pollen of the stamen of one flower and accidentally drops some of it onto the pistil of a different flower. So as you can see, this bee, is he's picking up some pollen from the stamen, and then he's flying, and then he accidentally drops some of the pollen into the pistil.
And then he flies
away without noticing.
So pollination happens in many ways. So insects like bees and butterflies are attracted to flowers. Remember we thought about the flower parts. So yeah. So they attract to the flowers with the large, colorful fragrant, right? Nice smelling petals.
Yeah.
And, really smells.
Yeah.
So that's why the insects come and take the pollen, and then they drop the pollen off. So without noticing. And then the wind, this is another way, the wind blows pollen from plants that have small colorless flowers. Pollen can also be carried by water animals and even people. So water, if water goes on a flower, and then the water can swipe off and then go down, and then
like the seeds go down, right? And
Yeah.
also animals can even eat it, and they put droppings. And
Yeah.
people, we can even take it. We can like put it on our, like if we're playing in the sun or anything like that, then we can take it. Yeah, and then the pollen can go on yourself.
Yeah. So this is the end of our slideshow, I should say, or like our description of plants. So I hope you guys like it. Bye.
Yeah, have a nice day. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.